Titled, What is Abuse? The criteria previously outlined for an adult of risk must be met before the abuse can be considered as a safeguarding adult concern. The SCIE website in 2015 says, abuse is about the misuse of the power and control that one person has over another. In determining whether or not abuse has taken place, it is important to remember that intent is not the issue. The definition of abuse is based not on whether the perpetrator intended harm to be caused, but rather on whether harm was caused and on the impact of the harm or risk of harm on the individual. The Department of Health 2014 gave different types of abuse. Number 1, physical abuse, including assault, hitting, slapping, pushing, misuse of medication, restraint, or inappropriate physical sanctions. Number 2, domestic violence, including psychological, physical, sexual, financial, emotional abuse, so-called honour-based violence. 3, sexual abuse, including rape, indecent exposure, sexual harassment, inappropriate looking or touching, sexual teasing or innuendo, sexual photography, subjection to pornography or witnessing sexual acts, indecent exposure and sexual acts, or sexual acts to which the adult has not consented or was pressured into consenting. 5, psychological abuse, including emotional abuse, threats of harm or abandonment, deprivation of contact, humiliation, blaming, controlling, intimidation, coercion, harassment, verbal abuse, cyberbullying, isolation, or unreasonable and unjustified withdrawal of services or supportive networks. 5, financial or material abuse, including theft, fraud, internet scamming, coercion in relation to an adult's financial affairs or arrangements, including in connection with wills, property, inheritance or financial transactions, or the misuse or misappropriation of property, possessions or benefits. 6, modern slavery, encompasses slavery, human trafficking, forced labour and domestic servitude. Traffickers and slave masters use whatever means they have at their disposal to coerce, deceive and force individuals into a life of abuse, servitude and inhumane treatment. 7, discriminatory abuse, including forms of harassment, slurs or similar treatment because of race, gender and gender identity, age, disability, sexual orientation or religion. 8, organisational abuse, including neglect and poor care practice within an institution or specific care setting, such as a hospital or care home. for example, or in relation to care provided in one's own home. This may range from one-off incidents to ongoing ill treatment. It can be through neglect or poor professional practice as a result of the structure, policies, processes and practices within an organisation. 9. Neglect and acts of omission, including ignoring medical, emotional or physical care needs. Failure to provide access to appropriate health, care and support or educational services. The withholding of the necessities of life, such as medication, adequate nutrition and heating. 10. Self-neglect. This covers a wide range of behaviour, neglecting to care for one's personal hygiene, health or surroundings, and includes behaviour such as hoarding. The Department of Health 2014 says patterns of abuse may include 1. Serial abusing, in which the perpetrator seeks out and grooms individuals. 2. Long-term abuse in the context of an ongoing relationship, such as domestic abuse. 3. Opportunistic abuse. Abuse and harm can vary. For example, 1. The number of incidents could be a single incident or pervasive, repetitive. 2. Intentions. It could be unintentional, reckless, or intentional. 3. Degree of harm. 4. Legislation. Some forms of abuse may also be a crime. 5. People involved. Anyone can be an abuser. 6. Settings. Abuse can happen anywhere, including hospitals, care homes, and people's own homes.